You survived the impossible. Your spacecraft has traveled farther than any human mission in history. You've crossed the boundaries of our galaxy, past stars that no longer belong to any known map of exploration. And now, ahead of you, is something that should not exist in any intuitive sense of reality. A black hole. Not a visual effect, not a simulation, a real object sitting silently in space, holding an entire region of the universe hostage. And the most disturbing part is not what it destroys, it's what it might show you before it does. For a long time, we imagined space as empty. But the deeper you go, the less empty it becomes. Every star, every galaxy, every faint glow in the distance is part of a structure far more complex than anything we experience on Earth. And somewhere ahead, there is a presence so massive that even light begins to lose its certainty. It doesn't move through space. It bends space itself around it. Now you see it. A perfect darkness. Not because it is empty, but because no light can return from it. A black hole is not a hole in space. It is space collapsing inward so intensely that even information struggles to escape. And as you look at it, something feels wrong. The universe behind it is still there, but it is no longer stable. Stars behind the black hole don't disappear. They distort. They duplicate. They stretch into impossible shapes as if reality itself is being viewed through warped glass. This is not illusion. This is gravity at its most extreme expression. Light is no longer free. It is being forced to follow the curvature of space itself. What you are seeing has a name: gravitational lensing. Light from entire galaxies is bending around the black hole, forming arcs, rings, and ghostly repetitions of the cosmos. It looks broken, but it is not broken. It is physics pushed to its absolute limit. The universe is still intact. It is just no longer straight, and this is not a distant anomaly. At the center of our own galaxy lies something just like this. Sagittarius, a star, a gravitational object millions of times more massive than the sun, a place where entire stars orbit something that cannot be seen, only inferred. And now, you are approaching it. At first, nothing dramatic happens. There is no explosion, no sudden shift, just a gradual feeling that something about reality is becoming unstable. Distances feel wrong. Light feels delayed. Space itself begins to feel less like a structure and more like a distortion. From far away, something extraordinary would be happening. You would appear to slow down. Your motion would stretch. Eventually, you would seem to freeze near the edge of the black hole. But inside the spacecraft, everything feels normal. Your heartbeat, your thoughts, your perception of time. This creates a contradiction that is real in physics. Two observers, two versions of time, both correct. And then you reach it. The event horizon, the point of no return. There is no visible wall, no sudden change, no warning. Just a boundary defined not by matter, but by causality itself. And you cross it without ever noticing the exact moment it happens. Nothing stops you, nothing explodes, nothing resists. You simply continue inward, but now every possible direction you could move in leads only deeper. Escape is no longer a question of power, it is a question of time, and time has already been decided for you, and yet you can still see the universe outside. But it is no longer separate from you. It is becoming something you are falling away from forever, and something strange begins to happen. The external universe starts to accelerate, not physically, but temporally. you begin to witness cosmic time collapsing into perception. Stars are born and die in moments. Galaxies collide and merge in accelerating cycles. Entire eras of cosmic history unfold in what feels like seconds. It is as if the universe itself is rushing toward its conclusion. And you are the only observer close enough to see it happen in real time. But slowly the light begins to fade. Not suddenly, gradually, as if the universe is running out of ways to continue shining. Stars disappear. Structures dissolve. Even meaning feels like it is fading with the light itself. And what remains is not destruction, but absence. At the center of this collapse lies something we cannot fully describe: the singularity, a point where our equations stop working, where space and time lose their meaning entirely. We do not know what it is, and more importantly, we do not know if what even applies anymore. It is not an answer. It is where answers end. Now, space and time no longer behave as separate things. They merge. They distort. They collapse into something beyond comprehension. There is no direction, no structure, only continuous inward motion towards something that cannot be represented by any known physics. And perhaps this is what black holes truly are. Not cosmic monsters, not destructive voids, but boundaries, limits of understanding, places where the universe stops being something we can fully describe. And maybe the most unsettling truth is this: the universe does not need to be understandable to exist. It simply is. And somewhere out there, these objects continue to wait, silent, invisible, permanent,